Today we're going to be going through our low stakes quiz. So our first question says Jane saves £3,000 into an ISA, which is her savings account, at an interest rate of 5% per year. How much will she have in 11 years' time? So first thing we need to do is turn our percentage into our multiplier. If it's interest, it means it's increasing. So we're going to do 100 plus 5, which is our 5%, which gives us 105. And then turn it into a multiplier by dividing by 100 will give me 1.05. So that's my multiplier. Next thing is I need to do the 3,000, which is what we start with, times by my percentage to the number of years that it's going to be saved up for, which is 11. Type all that into your calculator. So 3,000 times 1.05 to the power of 11. So in 11 years' time, in her bank account, she'll have 5,131 and 2 pence. For the next one, we're expanding our double brackets, so we need to use FOIL. So we've got F-O-I-L. The first is 3x times x, which is 3x squared. The outer is 3x times the minus 5, which gives us minus 15x. The inner is the minus 6 times the x, so it becomes minus 6x. And the last is minus 6 times minus 5, which is plus 30. I end up with 3x squared. I've got minus 15x minus another 6x, which gives us minus 21x plus 30. For the next one, we're solving an inequality. Very similar to how we solved linear equations. It's going to be the same method. So we want to get rid of this minus 5 first. So we're going to plus 5 to both sides, which gives me 3x is more than 24. Divide both sides by the 3 because it's in front of our x, which gives me x is more than 8. For number 4, we're going to write our 45% as a multiplier, but we're decreasing by 45%. So whereas in this question, when we increased, we added to 100, we're actually going to take it away. So we do 100 minus 45, which gives me 55. 55 divided by 100 will give me 0.55. That's my multiplier. For the next one, we're going to work out the area of a circle with a radius of 4 centimeters. Our formula will be pi r squared, because that's what we use to find the area of a circle. My radius is 4, so it becomes pi times 4 squared. And then type that straight into my calculator. So pi times 4 squared, which gives me 50.27 centimeters squared. For the next one, we're going to be factorizing. So we need to find two factors of 16 that add together to give us minus 10. I've got 8 and 2. If I times those, I get 16. I need to think of what I can do at 8 and 2 to get to minus 10. They're both negative. Minus 8 minus 2 will give me minus 10. So that's why I can put my bracket. So I've got x minus 8, x minus 2. For the next question, we're trying to work out the length of P. We've got an angle, which means we can't use Pythagoras, we're going to have to use trigonometry. So let's label our sides. Here's our angle. So opposite will be here. The hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle, and then the adjacent is the one that's left. The one we don't have any information on is O, so we can cross it out. Thinking about SOHCAHTOA. Which one has A and H? It's cat, so we're going to use cos. So it's cos x equals A over H. Fill in what we know. We've got cos. We know the angle is 43 equals A, which is 35, over H, which is P. This is one of those awkward ones where we end up swapping the cos and the P around. So it becomes P equals 35 over cos 43. So P equals 35 divided by cos 43, which is 47.9. So my length here is 47.9. For number 8, we're doing a half multiplied by 3/4. So we've got a half, we're going to multiply it by 3/4. With fractions, when we multiply, we can just multiply the numerators and the denominators. So we'll do 1 times 3, which is 3. 2 times 4, which is 8. And we're done. For the next one, we're going to be rounding to significant figures. What that means is we want 3 numbers that aren't 0 and the rest are going to be 0. So the first 3, we're going to not make 0. So the 4 and the 2 can go straight in. But this 3, we need to know we're going to round it up to 4 if we're going to keep it as 3. And it's the 7 that makes the choice for us. The 7 is more than 5, so it's going to round up. So that 3 becomes a 4. The last 2 digits get replaced by zeros. We've got 3 significant figures. We've got 3 numbers that aren't 0. For the last one, find the surface area of a sphere with radius 5. This is our new formula, so it's r4 times r pi r squared. Our radius is 5 centimeters, so it becomes 4 times pi times 5 squared. Let's straight into a calculator. We've got 4 times pi times 5 squared. We get 314.2 centimeters squared.